Hi guys, hello. This is Luciana. Welcome to L&L. Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to L&L Tarot. It's me, Luciana, and I'm back with another reading. This reading was suggested by one of our followers who is in a situation of no contact with her being of light. So what we're going to do today is check what's going on in the connections where you have no contact with the person. Okay, so we're gonna check the energies in the spiritual world, the energies in the physical world, what's going on, if their higher self has a message, and what the universe wants to tell you about this connection, and also what we can expect moving forward into the future. Okay, so for this reading, we're going to have 3 stones. Okay, let me get some stones here, some crystals, right? So we're going to have these 3. Let me show you if you can see them. Okay, so crystal number 1, this is the star crystal. Let me see if I can show you. I like to show you how it shines, right? Can you see? This is the star crystal. It's a very dark blue crystal. This one, I don't know the name of. Okay, it's like it's kind of brownish but orangey. And then we have the last one, which I believe is citrine. I love how you see how it looks from the inside. I love this one. Okay, so if you're new to pick a card readings, what you want to do right now is bring that person to your mind, see them, feel them, and just ask the universe, what's going on? What can I know about this? Do you have any messages for me? What can I expect coming in the future? Okay, take a few deep breaths and see if you feel called more to a crystal in particular, or maybe you hear a name, a number, or something. Whatever kind of sensation that you have. Okay, you can choose your crystal, and you'll find the timestamps in the description box below. Okay, so first let's start with group number 1. If you picked the star crystal, this is your reading. Okay, so we're going off script right now, and what we're going to do is just see what the universe wants to tell us about this connection. Okay, so first, since you are in no contact with them, I want to know why. Okay, what happened that made you guys, go separate ways and move away from each other? Okay, so let's first see what happened. What event, what situation happened that caused you guys to drift apart? Okay, so group number 1, what happened that made you guys go separate ways? Let's take 3 cards for what happened. Okay, let me see if the image is focused. No, sorry guys. So for what happened that made you guys separate, I feel like, with the 7 of Swords, there was definitely something sneaky going on, either from your part or their part, maybe some lying, some cheating, and something happened, behind your back. And I'm seeing it like this, like the story goes like this. And my feeling is that I'm getting the feeling that this is you and this is them. It might be otherwise, but I'm getting the feeling that you're a strong, independent person. You're probably an empath, very connected to the spiritual world, and maybe you somehow knew something was going on. You were a little suspicious. You were, I don't know if someone told you something about what was happening. But because of the way you're looking towards their direction, it seems like you were aware somehow, or you were made aware. Someone told you something about it, or maybe you had a feeling that something was going on, and this made you go inwards, and take a step back. Because as the Queen of Wands, you know exactly what you deserve. And you were like, this is a hard no for me. I'm not going to take whatever behavior it is that this person was, showing you and how they were treating you. So you decided to walk away, turn inwards, take a moment of reflection. This could be the other way around as well. It doesn't matter what sex you are. But it seems like this is what was going on. And I'm also getting the feeling that maybe this connection was passionate and maybe it had been going on for a while. With the Queen of Wands, it could also represent like something that was established. So probably a relationship that you could trust. There was a lot of passion, but with the wands, it could be a little unstable, you know. And so you decided to go inwards and take a break from this, to figure out what, to do next. Yeah. All right. So now let's see what is your energy in this connection. Okay. I want to know your energy. So group one, let's check the energies of you, the ones who are asking about the situation. Okay. What's your energy? So the energy is how we're vibrating. This is not consciously, okay. This is like the vibration that you're emitting to the universe in regards to this connection. Okay, it's more like when I ask about the energies, I imagine it's how the universe sees you. In regards to this, what kind of impulse are you sending about this connection, about this person, and about how things turned out. Okay, so so this one turned around. So here you have the Chariot, and I want to pull another card for clarification. So please, let's clarify group one's energy. Let's clarify the Chariot cards. So let's see. We have the Seven of Wands. All right. You're moving forward. But with the Seven of Wands, I'm getting the feeling that you are being protective still, of something. You are moving forward, but you're guarded. You want movement. You want something to change. Maybe you're Your desire is to get this to work, you know. Let me see some keywords for the Seven of Wands. As you know, I have my little folder for, yeah, here it says courage, defense, determination, integrity, rivalry, willpower, proving a point under pressure. So it seems like you're very determined to move forward, you know, but you are, yeah, you are being protective of yourself, of course, you know. There's a lot of willpower happening here. Maybe you're moving forward, but in another direction. You know, maybe you're really moving away from this person. Maybe you decided to move away from them, and this is taking a lot of determination from your part. You know, a lot of willpower. You're definitely learning to control your impulses. Maybe there are moments when you want to text them, call them, and you miss them, but you're not like, no, I'm gonna stand strong, I'm in control, I know what I deserve, you know. This is more of the feeling that I'm getting than that you are moving forward in their direction. Okay, but let's see. So now let's ask about their energy. Okay, what's your person's energy in this connection? What kind of vibration frequency are they emitting? Okay, let's see their energy. We have the Queen of Cups. Okay. Let's ask for clarification. Let's clarify the Queen of Cups. What's their energy right now? What's group one's person's energy right now? Okay. They have the Three of Wands and the Queen of Cups. And the thing with the Queen of Cups is that, you know, as for how they're vibrating with love. You know, they've probably come to terms with whatever it is that they did. And they're looking, I see the cup as your connection, and they're looking at it and they're thinking like, this is so important and this is so valuable. You know, maybe whereas like before, their energy and their attention and their focus was elsewhere, maybe right now they're really like, you know, because here you're looking at them and they're looking out, you know, but over here it's like you're looking ahead and they're looking, it's kind of in your direction, although they're looking at the cup, but I get the feeling that like you're the cup, you know, but the cup is closed. So it's like it's stable love, but somehow they're keeping it in. And I think it's because of the Three of Wands, because the Three of Wands talks about making plans, expanding your mind, and looking at different alternatives, you know, and different possibilities. So maybe right now, during this time where you're apart, they're taking a look, you know, and opening themselves up to new possibilities. But they do this while keeping you very strongly in their heart, you know. Here, you know, in the Two of Wands, this man, he holds the world in his hand, right? And in the Three of Wands, he's looking out, but the world's not in his hand yet. But here, the feeling that I'm getting, it's like both energies are together. Like he is looking out and trying to see what can happen, but at the same time, he's still holding on to the connection. It's like instead of having the world, he has this cup. This cup is you. This cup is your love. Yeah. Okay. So now, um, let's ask about what they plan on doing. It's like what is the energy for the future, maybe unconsciously. Okay, maybe this is something that they haven't consciously figured out yet, but their higher self wants to move forward in their direction and it's pushing them in that direction. Okay, so let's see what is actually happening energetically with them and where they're moving towards, in life. So we're gonna get, let's see, where they are right now and where they're going. Okay, in terms of actions and thoughts and directions. Okay. Because they're making plans, definitely, with the Three of Wands. So what kind of plans are they making, right? Yeah, we have it here. Okay, wow, the Two of Wands came out. So what I see is that right now, the Four of Cups gives me very hermit vibes. So I'm feeling like they're taking this time to reflect and think about stuff. They're bored. They're not okay. This cup is being offered and they're not even looking at it. So I'm guessing that if this was like a betrayal or if this was like a third party situation, I'm getting the feeling that since I get the feeling that you walked away, you're not the one who's offering the cup. This could be someone else. This could be another opportunity, whatever it is. But they're not looking at this cup. They're looking at this other cup, right? So it's like there are two important things going on in their lives and they're focused on one, but they're not focused on the other one. But they don't seem pretty happy, because here they have their eyes closed, their arms crossed, their legs crossed. It's like they're really taking a break from the world and people and everything, and they're being very rational about their decisions right now. They're thinking about their next move a lot. And given the fact that we have the Queen of Cups and we have the King of Swords, I think they're trying to balance rationality with emotion. So I'm getting the feeling that they're trying to balance these things. They're trying to really look at all scenarios and move forward, but in the right way, and they're not gonna be hasty about it. And then we have the Two of Swords, the Two of Wands, and I was telling you about how he holds the world in his hand, right? So again, he's moving forward. Like it's not that he's moving forward. He's in the planning stages right now. And he's looking inwards, definitely checking his motives, his feelings, his intentions, and he's thinking logically about his life, the next steps, and what to do and what not to do. And he's really checking the options. But his options, what I'm feeling is that something is very important to them and they hold this very close to their hearts. And this is what they could focus on apart from the other possibilities. But whatever's being offered to them right now, they don't want it. Whatever offer is being made, they're closed for that. I'm getting more the feeling that they don't want what's being offered to them. They want what they want. They want adventure. They want something new. They want they want expansion. And I'm getting the feeling that they're the kind of people who don't like to do what they're told to do. So they're taking time to make this decision and to figure out what it is that they really want. What's in their heart, what's in their soul, and what's really going to fulfill them. Maybe because they let their impulses get the best of them in the past, and now they don't want this to happen anymore. And with the Strength card, this definitely shows that this person is trying to tame their inner beast, and they want to be more control of their flesh. They say that the spirit's strong and the flesh is weak. So maybe this is what happened, and then now they're trying to be more in control of this animal side that lives within them, and accept this, integrate this, understand this, love this side of themselves, but be in control, not let this control them. And with the Ace of Wands, I get the feeling that they're moving forwards towards really figuring out what it is that they want, and so they can figure it out, like here they have 3 wands, here they have 2, and here they have 1. Normally we would say, like, oh, they're moving backwards, but not really. This is not the feeling that I get. It's the feeling that I get is that they have options. And through this working with themselves and trying to find out what's better for them, they're going to make a decision. And they're going to know exactly what it is that makes them tick, that makes them happy, that makes them want to get up in the morning, whatever it is, they're moving towards a decision that is very passionate. Definitely something that sparks a fire, inside of them. Here, I don't see that they're moving in your direction specifically, although there is some indication of this happening. But they're definitely moving towards, a resolution within themselves about what it is that they really want, So now let's ask, let me put this up here. So now let's ask, about your higher self, what's going on with you? What kind of direction are you moving towards? Maybe you're unsure. With the High Priestess, I don't think you're unsure. I think you're extremely connected, extremely in control of themselves, while they're learning strength. You're pretty much already there, And here we have the Queen of Swords under the King of Swords, right? So, there's some mirroring going on over here with this, let's see, what else? Okay. All right. So you, beautiful being of light who's with me right now doing this reading, you're extremely connected. You could be an empath, and I said that about them before. I'm getting the feeling that you're both spiritual people. I was gonna say that maybe you're more advanced than they are, but here we see that you are kind of counterparts, so you're very well balanced, in the connection. And you seem like you move the same way. It seems like you want the same things, you think the same way, you're definitely rational people. But here, again, now that I noticed it, that we have for them, we have the Queen of Cups, and for you, we have the King of Cups. So you could be soulmates, twin flames. Twin flames go through separation periods, so maybe this is what's going on. And like soulmate connections aren't all that easy. We got so much learning and growing to do in these connections, right? So what about you? I'm feeling like you know what's right for you. And that's how you're moving forward in this direction, of what you deserve. You're not taking less than that, Here, again, like you're using your intuition, but you're also being very rational about it, when you're feeling strong and independent and confident in yourself. The Nine of Pentacles is my diva card, it's like Beyonce, like Rihanna, whoever it is that you love and think is like amazing. So this is, to me, this card. So like, your worth, both in the physical world and the spiritual world. You're very aware of like how powerful and strong you are. You are an independent woman. You're moving forwards towards becoming, just a better version of yourself, and with the King of Cups being here, this could mean two things. So first, let's focus on you. So you're moving forward, you're being rational, but you're always, also like, because you're in the hermit mode, you are maybe getting more in touch with your, intuition, with the spiritual world. Maybe you're developing some abilities and you're moving strong in the direction of feeling good with yourself, and your emotions. Here we have all the suits. So like, you're very good when it comes to your mind. You're very good about when it comes to like your actions in this world, and your work and your abundance, and how you expose yourself, like how you portray yourself, And with the King of Cups, you have a lot of emotional stability, and you're very in touch with your feelings. Again, like they are trying to balance like feelings and thoughts. Like, I get the feeling that you are way more balanced in this situation, And then here we have the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is the card of, a happy partnership, happiness, love, completion, just like, not completion, but stability in a relationship, in victory. So I don't know if this is going to happen with them, or if maybe this King of Cups is someone else. This could be someone else coming into your life, And so you can have this happy ending here, and you can feel fulfilled and loved and cherished, or this could be them, like taking more of the masculine energy of the King of Cups. His cup is not closed anymore, and maybe then he is able to give you the love that you want and deserve, and then you can have the happy completion, like the happy life and everything that you want, you know. So definitely you're moving in the direction of a happy connection. You know, I have no doubt about it. I'm just not sure if it's with them, you know, but let's ask. Let's see if I can move these. Take the cards so we have space for everything and you can see everything. Okay. So now let's see what's going on, like energetically, about this connection, like where you're both moving. You know, if we were to like take a look at the energetic cord that connects both of you, you know, what's going on there when it comes to the both of you and your connection? Where is this going? What's going on and where is this connection going? I want to get some clarifications. I was asking for, in my mind, I was thinking about clarification of the moon card. And this came out, you know. So let's leave it there and let's get some clarifications here. Let me see. I hope you can see all the cards. Yes. Okay. So let's clarify where this connection is going. We have 3 cards over here, and we just need one more. Okay, so what I'm getting the feeling with the Moon card and the Justice card is that although there's a feeling of confusion going on right now, this is for the best. You know, whatever is happening right now is for fairness. Either way, if it's like for you guys to be together or not, it's like a balancing of energies. I'm feeling like karma and dharma, you know, everything being fair for you, for them. So I get the feeling that there's an end for this confusion. You know, it's coming. And if you're feeling confused right now, just know that this is what's supposed to be happening. Okay, this is exactly what needs to be going on right now, you know. This could also mean like some confusion in like legal areas. I don't know if you're like having trouble with some sort of like contracts or possessions, properties, you know. And then with the Queen of Cups and the Two of Wands, we have the Two of Wands again here. And we have another Queen. You know, so let me see. Because this is the connection, right? And the connections is still strong, you know, energetically speaking, being represented by the Queen of Pentacles. It's like it's abundance, it's stability, it's that loving energy. You know, the Queen, she is looking at the coin, just like the Queen of Cups is looking at the emotions. And here with the Two of Wands, again, with the world thing that we were saying, right? So it's like there is a stability in the connection, and then there's like this tender loving care, even if it's just energetically. but there's also this sense of expansion, but trying to expand geographically, or, you know, and when it comes to your consciousness or your ideas, maybe, trying to accept a different mindset, a different possibility. I also see this as like, when you have someone comes up and they show you a different way of thinking about something, and you just have to expand your mind so you're able to accept that idea. So this could be that as well, and the Queen of Cups can also, the Queen of Pentacles, sorry, as well as like the Queen of Cups talks about feelings, the Queen of Pentacles is more about earthly stuff. So we were talking about properties. So this could be this too, maybe right now you're focused on this. I'm getting the feeling that maybe like if it's like a relationship where you've been married, you're thinking about land and what you can do about it, and like if you get divorced, how you divide stuff, and who gets what. Maybe this is this feeling as well, you looking at what you've built together and thinking about what to do with this, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles again. So again, this is a big indication that you guys are taking a look at what you have together when it comes to something stable. Like something tangible. This could be your relationship. It doesn't have to be just things that money can buy, The pentacles, they represent anything that is valuable to you. So this could be this too, like here in the Seven of Pentacles, this guy, he's looking at the fruits of his labor and his harvest. He's not exactly very excited about it, but there is a feeling of being proud. And the Queen of Pentacles, to Queen of Pentacles, this is a big confirmation that you guys look at whatever it is that you built together. Either it's like I said, like property, money, a business, something like this, or just like the bond that you created, and this is just a confirmation that this is very important to both of you. And then we have the Page of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. And the Page of Swords talks about like looking out, before taking action, taking a look at the terrain in your next move, So this could be like, and with the Ace of Pentacles, this could be like trying to see how something new could go. It's trying to imagine it in your mind and check the possibilities. Like I said, like here, there's definitely a planning going on, right? And trying to figure something out. So this could be either like about a new beginning with someone else or somewhere else, a different connection, or this could be like a new beginning in your connection, like a starting again, starting over, So what I get is that this is what's going on right now. Looking forward into the future and seeing how this new beginning could play out, And with the Page of Pentacles being here and the Six of Swords, I get the feeling that you're going to decide to move forward, both of you, towards this new beginning. In the Page of Pentacles, he's looking at it and he's mesmerized by this opportunity. And it's still a little immature, and and then we have the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is that card where there's like a woman and a child in a boat, and there's a man rowing this boat, and they're carrying like six swords in the boat. And this card talks about moving away from a situation, into calmer waters, leaving something chaotic. So, the feeling that I get is that especially with the Six of Swords here, and this Ace of Pentacles, and the pages, this could mean that the decision will be to move away from the connection and start something new and start fresh. But still knowing that whatever happened here had a lot of value. If this is not the case, then you're deciding to get together and start new, start fresh. But my strongest feeling is that this is someone else that's coming for you. And you're actually going your separate ways. You're already moving forward. They're thinking about moving. And they're trying to see what direction they're going in, And you're definitely both becoming very strong in who you are individually. And the connection is strong. But with the Six of Swords, this is what's going on for me, This is what's making me think that you're moving in another direction. Let's take a rune, to see the future energy of this connection. Okay, let's see the energy right now. 2 runes, the energy right now, and what we can expect moving forward. Okay, just to see if we can clarify this a little better. What's happening right now in this connection? Okay, and what's coming in the future? All right, let's see. The runes I need to check here on the computer, to find out. So the first rune that we have for what's going on right now, it's a rune that looks like a Y. It means compulsion, necessity, pain. Our lesson is the necessity of bearing strong enforcement. Your positive aspects can be controlled by the people who surround you. To pull this rune means to get a hint that there is going to be stagnation, an occasion to reconsider your plans carefully. It is time to pay off all guilt, and even if it's easy, it is time to restore balance. Or even if it's not easy, right? It's time to restore balance. Therefore, improve, reconstruct, organize. If the fishermen cannot pull out, they repair their fishing nets. You must deal with and face your own demons. So keep your anger as well as your impulses under control. Modesty and good mood are essential in these times. Oh God, I just love how everything just connects, right? The other one says need, unfulfilled desire. And delays, restriction, resistance, leading to strength, innovation, self-reliance, distress, confusion, conflict, and the power of will to overcome them, endurance, survival, determination, a time to exercise patience, recognition of one's fate, major self-initiated change, face your fears. I just love this. So this is talking about everything that's really going on right now. You reconsidering your plans, you trying to be more strong in yourself, be stronger in yourself and move in the right direction, you know. Here, definitely a time to exercise patience. You're both doing this, you're both looking inwards. And here it talks about a major self-initiated change. So really, whatever happened, like I told you here, it's fair, And now, this is, here they say, in the power of will to overcome them, right? And here we talked about this because the chariot, he moves ahead with the power of will. He doesn't hold any reins, He commands these two lions or whatever it is that's in front of his car, his chariot. He controls them with his mind and he decides where to go. And also here they talk about, it says here, you must deal with and face your own demons. And this is something that the Queen of Wands does really well, because here she has her black cat, and her black cat is the symbol of her shadow self. So whatever happened here was to bring you awareness of everything that is inside of you, and help you move forward in the correct direction, and to be feeling stronger and that independent and that you can rely on yourself. And then moving forward, we have this rune that looks like an opposite Z, and I was, I think. It means strength, stability. Let me see the other website. Defensive forces. During our tests, we gather the strength to ward off, repel blockades and defeat. At the same time, we develop an aversion to the pattern of behavior that lead to these situations in our lives. Patience is the advice of this rune. No hassle, no action, or yaw for a desired result is necessary. Perseverance and caution are required. Avoid foreseeable difficulties by doing the right thing. I was means to see despite inconveniences and discomfort, growth is still encouraged. Strength, stability, and the other side says strength, reliability, dependability, trustworthiness, enlightenment, endurance, defense, protection. The driving force to acquire, providing motivation and a sense of purpose, indicates that you have set your sights on a reasonable target and can achieve your goals. An honest man who can be relied upon. Nice. So you're moving from this major self-initiated change that's made you accept and integrate your shadow self. If you haven't yet, this is what you're going through, both of you right now. In this process, you mirror each other. So this is definitely going on for the both of you. And then moving forward, you're going to feel stronger, more reliable. There's going to be a lot of enlightenment and endurance. You're going to feel strong in yourself, and you're going to feel this driving force to acquire a sense of purpose, like here and here, like just forward movement and very divinely guided. And here it says that you have set your sights on a reasonable target and can achieve your goals. So whatever it is that's going on now in your mind, and whatever it is that you have set your eyes on, and this goal that you have, they're saying that this is the right one. So I guess through all of this, you know where you want to go. Like, you probably already know what this Four of Wands represents to you, if it's this person or if it's another person. Whoever it is, this is your confirmation that you are moving forward in the right direction, you know. And here it says, an honest man who can be relied upon, you know. So again, this could mean like they're transforming through all of this, and they're integrating their shadow self, and they're becoming more in control of who they are, so they can be this honest man who's in control of themselves, you know. Maybe you're going to get to see the second best version of who they really are, you know. Or maybe this means that it is really someone else. And maybe you already know who they are. You have set your sights upon them, and the universe is giving you a confirmation that this is the right one for you. You know, and you can have a happy ending anyway. You know, now I believe that you in your heart know, because you're represented by the High Priestess, you know, so you know whatever you're feeling in your heart right now, you know what direction you're going for, you know, and this is the right one, and you're gonna achieve your goals. You're gonna be happy. You're gonna have stability, right? The word here for this rune, the first one was stability, right? It says here, strength, stability, right? And the Four of Wands is all about stability. So you're definitely moving forwards in that direction, and whatever it is, it's gonna work out for you. I'm so happy for you. I don't know if they're coming back or not. I think because they really care about you, there could be communication. You know, I'm getting the feeling that there will be communication, that they will move forward to tell you that they're going in a different direction, or to tell you that they want to be with you. Whatever it is, it's not like they're going to stay away for a long time. I'm getting the feeling that you are definitely going to reconnect, for either going your separate ways or deciding to be together again. And I feel like you already know, you know. So let's get a message for you from their higher self, you know. What do they want to tell you from their heart? It says, this is a song, like a country song in Brazil. So it's in Portuguese, but I'll read in Portuguese and then I'll translate it. Okay, it says, por não ter grande amor, aprendi a ser sozinho. So this says, because I haven't had a big love, I learned to be by myself. You know, so this can bring some clarity to you about why they were acting the way they were. Maybe they grew up a lonely child. Maybe they didn't get a lot of affection growing up, and they didn't learn to trust other people and to open up, you know. And they're trying to tell you right now that it's not because of you, you know. It's definitely not. It's whatever it is that they have in their lives, you know, whatever happened to them before. And they know that this is like blocking them, that this, like, I've learned to be by myself. This is not working so well for them. And maybe now I'm also getting the feeling that this could be them, you know, that they're very like hermit type people whom it's difficult for you to get a hold of them, and they're like slippery fish, you know, like, and they just get away, get away, get away, get away, you know. And maybe that's why I decided to move forward. Maybe it wasn't even like a cheating situation or a betrayal. It's just like it was hard for you to figure out what was going on in the relationship, you know. And maybe this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to open themselves to being in a loving connection, and they're checking their feelings about it. How can they be more open? How can they be more loving? How can they be more accepting of whatever it is that you or other people have to offer? So let's get another message from their higher self to you. What do you want to tell them? What does their higher self want to tell you? Thank you. Next. Oh my God. This could mean that they're moving forward, or that you should move forward. Maybe you should say thank you next and stop wasting your energy on them, because maybe it's not going to be so easy for them to overcome whatever it is that happened in the past, Or maybe they are trying, but they can't give you what you want, and they know it. So maybe that's why they're like opening themselves up to new possibilities. But I'm getting more of a feeling that this is for you. That you should be acting this way in redirecting your energy. Here it says, this is a message from the universe. Be a loner. That gives you time to wonder, to search for the truth, by Albert Einstein. And we have Learning Never Exhausts the Mind by Leonardo da Vinci. And you are definitely being a loner right now. So this is good. This is an indication that right now your energy should be focused on yourself and on learning. And I said that this could be like lessons learned. So, pay attention to whatever it is that the universe is trying to tell you and trying to teach you through this connection, Observe, search for the truth within you. Take this time, this hermit time, and just like use it. Go inwards, meditate, take walks, listen to music, write, read. And then we have, what's your calling? So yeah, maybe this is all happening to bring you closer to your own truth. And the universe is trying to tell you something through this. And through you being alone and taking care of yourself, and looking for knowledge and answers. You're a rational person. Maybe you like to read and find out more about stuff. You're definitely not just going to learn about like stuff in general, but you're going to learn more about yourself. And you're going to find out what your calling is. This is what's coming through. This is what you should ask yourself right now during this hermit mode. What is my calling? This is what the universe wants to tell you. Search for the truth, wonder, learn, and ask yourself, ask the universe, ask your guides, what is my calling? This is the secret that they want to give you. I realize for me personally, every time I go through like a situation like this that seems like a tower moment, where everything just crumbles out of nowhere, I get the feeling that when I do this and I search for the truth and I wonder and I observe and I, I'm able to tame this beast inside of me that's impulsive and wants things done like right away. It's like the universe always gives me a present. It's like a graduation present for the tower moment, And I guess that this is what you're getting from this. You're going to find out what your calling is. Ooh, I'm so excited for you. Definitely. So, uh, whatever it is, whatever, however painful this must have been, the connection is strong. It's in your life for a purpose and a reason. Trust the universe. Take advantage of your hermit mode. And, you know, you're not only going to have stability, you know, like in your life right here in love. I see a promise of love for you, but you're also going to find out what your calling is. And this is just so beautiful. So, if this person stays or not in your life, you're going to be good. Okay? The future is bright. And I'm very happy for you. I'm very excited. I hope this resonated. This is what I have for you guys. If you liked this video, if it resonated, please subscribe to the channel. Give me a big thumbs up. Comment, share what's going on in the comment section below, please. And if you would like a private reading, we offer private readings. And our email address is in the description box below. Okay, so good luck. And I'm sending you love and light and all the energy so you can be more aligned with your calling and figure it out what it is. All right, thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye. Hello, guys. If you chose group number 2, this is your reading, and let's get right into it. Let's find out what's going on between you and this person and this connection. Here, the situation is of no contact, okay? So if you are in contact with your person, this is not the reading for you. As I mentioned in the first one, I'm doing this off script. It's not like I'm following a spread. I want to do this more intuitively and, just check what kind of, what is really going on, okay? So first, what I want to know is what happened, okay? The last few things that went on between you and your person before this reading, okay? So like the reason for the no contact. Why aren't you speaking? What happened? Okay? So think about this person, imagine them in your mind's eye, connect to them through your heart, and let's find out what went on between you guys. So what happens between group, 2 people? Okay, we're going to take 3 cards. Very, strong energies. Extremely, these are all major arcana cards. I think you can see them. So we got the Emperor and we got Judgment card and we have Strength. The first thing that comes to my mind is like a butting of heads. You're probably very strong people, and you just know what you want, and maybe you have some trouble with that, because like the Emperor, he represents the sign of Aries, and Aries people are very authoritarian, right? And with the Strength card, we have this more like a feminine energy. So I'm getting the feeling like this is the masculine energy and this is the feminine energy. No matter the gender, okay, but it's just like a energy thing. And so like the masculine energy is more stubborn, more set in their ways, and very like decisive, and you know, they don't change their minds once they've made a decision. It's very hard to get them to, do something differently. And here with the Strength card, we have a more soft and feminine energy. She has the infinite symbol right here, and for me, like it's like infinite power and wisdom, and she can control the lion side of her, and this is like the Leo card, and this is Aries card. So these are both fiery energies, fire signs. So maybe it's not your sun sign, but might possibly be, or there's another heavy placement in your chart. But with the Strength card, I see that the feminine energy, um, she's more in control of herself. Like the Emperor, he's very in control of himself too, but I think like he might get angry, or get pissed off or a little impatient. Whereas is the feminine energy is more calm and peaceful and quiet, and but not submissive in any way. I don't get that because she is taming the beast. So she's actually very in control. She knows exactly when to, give in, and when to, fight for something that she really wants. Now, with the Judgment card over here, um, this could represent a family situation. I don't know if you guys are married or have children, because this could be it, right? Because here we have the two families, right? And there's a child in the middle. But with the Judgment card as well, I always get the feeling of rebirth and a change. It's like the old has died and the new has, blossomed. And it's like, to me, the Judgment card is kind of like the butterfly coming out of the cocoon. It's after the Death card. I don't know if when you talk about the numbers of the cards, I don't remember which number the Death card is, but anyway, it's like, for me, my mind, this is what the Judgment card represents. A lot of things happened and changes were made, and now there's something new going on. So maybe this means that there was a breakup, or because you guys are separated, right? You're not in contact. I want to get a card to clarify the Judgment card, so we can get some more information here, so we can understand better. Let's clarify the Judgment card. We have the Three of Swords. Wow. Yeah. So the Three of Swords represents heartache and pain, right? And we have the number 3 here, and here we have like 3 people here and 3 people there. So I don't know if this was a third party situation. If maybe someone got in the middle of you guys, Could be someone or something that kind of stood there in between you guys. And this could even mean like your own stubbornness, your own desire to be right and to always have the final word. But I'm not sure about that, okay? It might not resonate with everybody because with the Strength card, but the thing is, with the Strength card, you're very strong in what you believe in. So maybe if they, as the Emperor, were trying to get you to do something, and you knowing exactly who you are, you said no. So this could be this, like I see as this child here being like your own like willpower, like, and this just stands between you guys. With the Three of Swords, I'm sure something happened that was very painful, and but with the Judgment card, I feel like I want to get some keywords. Let's see if with some keywords, because with the Judgment card, there's always like renewal and rebirth, but you're in no contact, right? So let's see. Judgment, rebirth, inner calling, absolution. A review of past actions, coming to a crossroads, self-evaluations, conscience, repentance, apology, atonement, guilt, forgiveness. Okay, here we have some different things to consider, so yeah, a review of past actions, coming to a crossroads, self-evaluation, repentance, apology, atonement, guilt, forgiveness. So maybe seeing this as a crossroads, I'm getting the feeling also that this caused a lot of pain, how you both react to stuff, and then you just realize that you had to take a moment to look at it, and right. Let's see some more cards so we can figure out better the situation, So now I want to know. So what I want to know is like the energies in this connection. Since you guys aren't talking right now, we're going to connect to your higher selves, okay? There's a higher self and your higher self, and figure out what's going on, like energetically, spiritually, what's going on in like the 5D or some other dimension where you guys meet, because somehow I get the feeling that you're still connected, with this Judgment card. It's not like the Death card or something like that that shows that you guys are broken up. You guys are definitely in pain. Something painful happened. But it's like the connection is still there. So I want to check first the energy of this connection right now. Okay? I want to know, what is the vibration? Like if we were to look at this energetic cord that connects both of you, what does it look like? What kind of energy is it giving out? Hierophant. It's very strong, Whenever I get the Hierophant, I get the feeling that it's something divinely guided, It's like God or whatever kind of energy it is that you believe in, like the universe. This is the feeling that I have, It's like they're in control. And also that it's very strong and stable in a way, even though you guys are separated, you know. So now I want to know your energy, you know, your how you're vibrating in this connection, what kind of signal you're emitting, okay, energetically to this person. The Three of Cups. So it seems like you're still confident about this, you know, whatever it is. You're out here celebrating with your friends, you know, this is the card of celebration. This could also be, it's again another number 3. So I don't know if the number 3 is, you know, important to you or your connection, or if it is really a third party person. This king flipped. So, but you're feeling defensive. With the 7 of Wands, you're feeling defensive about something, on edge, a little worried and fearful. Maybe you want to protect the connection. You don't want to let it go. Maybe if it is a third party connection, you're saying like, I'm not letting go. I still want this person and I'm not giving up. You know, but I get the feeling that this defensiveness and the protection is towards the connection. You know, and deep down, this is okay. So remember, this is not your like your conscious thoughts. Okay, this is what's going on energetically. So like the signal you're emitting. So even if it's unconsciously, you still have hope. You know, you still have a desire for it to happen. You know, to get back on track. So let's see about them. What is their energy in this connection? Group 2 person's energy in this connection. Let's see. The King of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. So I get the feeling that you're both like protecting this. Even if you're like, because we're talking about being non-contact, right? So you guys are on speaking terms, but you're still very focused on the connection for sure. It's still a strong connection. And with the Judgment card, you know, there's this angel here. So it's a very, like, it's something that happened because it had to happen. With the Hierophant here as well, you know, it's like that. And with the King of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords, this shows that he's in a moment right now where he's reflecting. Maybe you're more like acting, and they're more like reflecting about it, you know. So here the King of Pentacles, he's looking at his pentacle, and I felt like the cups were the connection. I get the feeling that the pentacle is the connection and the love that they have for you, and you know, whatever it is that you build together. Even if it's just like emotions and feelings and a super amazing connection. And with the 2 of Swords, he's taking a moment, you know, but he's ready to fight. He has both swords. And it's like you're ready for the fight, but you're more like in the action. They're more like taking some time, you know. to figure this out. Maybe your lion is coming out right now, because of how you're feeling protective. You might be fearful, that something could happen and you could stay like separated, right? Okay, so we know how you're both like energetically connecting, right? Now, what I want to do, let me move this over here so we have more space. What I want to do now is, okay, I want to take a rune for the present moment, okay? What's going on between you guys right now? Let's see what the runes have to say. Okay. This rune looks like an X with everything closed. I don't know if I can explain that well. It's just that sometimes trying to show this on camera is kind of hard. Let me try. Can you see it? Yeah. So this is the rune for right now. Let's see what this means. It means breakthrough, awakening, awareness, daylight clarity as opposed to nighttime uncertainty. A time to plan or embark upon an enterprise, the power of change, directed by your own will, transformation, hope, happiness, the ideal, security and certainty, growth and release, balance point, the place where opposites meet. Can also mean a completion, ending, limit, coming full circle. And let's see, because I like to check some different websites. Let's see what this other one has to say about this. If it's pulled, it shows a greater thrust or breakthrough in the process of self-transformation. In every life, there is at least one point that is detected and accepted, and it's going to change this life forever. So you can have absolute trust, even when the moment requires that you jump empty-handed into the void. Sometimes this rune leads also to a major phase of success and thrive. Amazing. Okay. And the key words, hope and happiness. Okay. So I like that it's talking about a breakthrough and an awakening, an awareness, because definitely when the butterfly breaks out of her cocoon or of its cocoon, it is a breakthrough, And when we're talking about awareness, I was thinking about this right now. With the Three of Swords, maybe you caused each other a lot of pain, even though you really love each other and the connection is really strong. But this has created a situation in which you had to face not each other, but face yourselves, So this created this moment of clarity, And here it talks about the power of change directed by your own will, transformation. So you probably went through some lessons together, and they were painful, but they were so necessary to bring you to your next phase in life, and to transform you into everything that you can be. And here it also says growth and release. Growth and release. So here you see how they have their hands like this. It's like surrendering, like you're not gonna fight about this anymore. You're not gonna try to force things to happen, You're probably learning also to trust the universe and to trust yourselves and to trust that, everything always works out for you. I definitely get that, that you're learning a lot, and it's painful to learn, right? To change, to have to face ourselves, our inner demons, our shadow self, right? So you were probably introduced to some dark sides of yourself, and their dark sides as well. Okay, so now what I want to do is I feel like pulling a rune for the connection, the status of the connection, so we know what's going on. Let's see what we can find out about the connection at this moment. Here, this one. This one looks like an U, but reversed. Urus. Physical strength and speed, untamed potential, a time of great energy and health. Freedom, energy, action, courage, strength, tenacity, understanding, wisdom. Sudden or unexpected changes, usually for the better. Sexual desire, masculine potency, the shaping of power and pattern, formulation of the self. Cool. Let's see this other one. I'll show you the rune in a bit. Power, manhood, femaleness, a wild bow. The rune of determination and new beginning. If it is pulled, it means that the life you used to live has grown out of its frame and needs to be left behind now, so that the life energy can liberate itself like a rebirth into a new one. Be prepared for the chance that hides itself behind the costume of loss. At the same time, modesty is demanded, because in order to rule, you must serve first. Alrighty. And the keywords that we have in this other one are, where are you? Here. Strength of will. Again, we're talking about the strength of will. Okay. See it? Okay. So I'm starting to get the feeling that maybe you guys, I don't know, work with spirituality for some reason. You might be spiritual leaders with this card, and reading here about ruling, and you guys are like leaders for sure, And this card talks about rebirth. It says that your old life has grown out of its frame. And we were talking, it's like the frame was the cocoon, right? And you've grown so big. There's so much, and you've got to change, And they say, be prepared for the chance that hides itself behind the costume of loss. So this makes me think a lot of serendipity, Serendipity means making a fortunate discovery through an accident, right? So it's definitely something was lost here. Like I said, like this gives me feelings of like what happens after death, right? And so it's like something ended, but again, it's saying that, this is the rune of termination and new beginning. And like I said, I'm still getting the feeling that you are connected somehow, So this makes sense. This could be like a moment in time where you are like integrating the lessons, and so you can move forward. Because you're very strong-willed people. Okay, now, what do we want to know? Okay, I'm going to pull 3 columns, okay? I want to first see how they're moving energetically, even if subconsciously, how right now and what's coming for them, for you, and for the connection, okay? So we can take a look at what we can expect moving forwards. Okay, now we checked the energies, what happens. Now let's check the actions, okay, that are happening within yourselves and, in regards to each other. So let's start first with them. Okay. Their actions right now and in the near future. What's happening that we cannot see to group choose person? I'm going to pull all the cards first and then we'll talk about them, okay? Now, what's happening to you? What actions, subconsciously, like energetically, maybe you don't even know that this is happening to you or for you. What's going on with group 2? Sometimes I cut them and then I just want to use it like this. Okay. All right. Now let's see about the connection. What's going on between you guys, the both of you. Again, that energetic cord, Alrighty. Okay, so let's see. So here for them, we have the 8 of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Again, 8 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, the Fool, the 5 of Cups, and the 2 of Wands. Right? So with the 8 of Wands, there is fast forward movement, and I also get the feeling with the 8 of Wands, it's always like, I always think of like fire, energy, passion, spiritual gifts, So like the lessons coming in, this is what I'm feeling. And I'm feeling that what they're learning also is to be more balanced and to be more generous and to allow themselves to feel vulnerability and to ask for help. Because I get the feeling that they could be like the beggars here, So it's like learning to accept help, learning to say that they need help, learning that they don't have to be strong as the emperor the whole time, And this is making them feel lighter and like ready for this new beginning. So they know that there's a new beginning in store for them. They're definitely getting ready for it. Maybe there was some sort of loss during this breakup, or of course, like we always lose something like that, but like even financially, I don't know if this has taken a toll on their ego, and that's why they're learning vulnerability. I feel like this is definitely one of the lessons. And now they're like ready to start fresh. They are really like the butterfly coming out of the cocoon. They're feeling free. They're optimistic. But with the 5 of Cups, it's like they're still dealing with this pain, They're not over it completely. you know, this still is there in their heart very much, you know. And here you have the 3 cups right here. And here they're crying because of these 3 cups. They're upset about it. They regret, you know. And so, again, the number 3, right? So, maybe if this was a third party situation, they're really feeling shitty about it. But even if it wasn't, they're having a hard time letting go and accepting the change. It could be like, as much as they want it, they don't want it. So they're like torn, you know. But they know it's inevitable. They know that they've already broken through, you know. It's like they're out of the cocoon. There's no way back in. So they're allowing themselves, maybe not yet, but moving forward. Okay, this is where they're gonna be. They're gonna be the 2 of Wands, and the 2 of Wands indicates travel, new plans, new possibilities, like the world in your hands, and you can do anything you want, you know. So they're gonna start feeling good about themselves and ready for this new chapter, definitely. Not without pain, but definitely there's excitement here for what's to come, you know. When it comes to you, we have the Sun, King of Swords, Page of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the 3 of Swords. So I get the feeling with the Sun, this is giving me like the Fool vibes, you know. There is excitement. You definitely can see the bright side, even though you're also hurting, you know, or there is pain. Maybe right now you're not allowing yourself to feel the pain so much. Maybe it's gonna come, you know. But you know, with the King of Swords and the Page of Swords, I see that you're definitely taking a more logical approach to things. Maybe a little more than emotional, but the emotions are there. You're maybe just trying to be protective of it. Again, with the 7 of Wands here, you know, I said that maybe you could be protecting the connection, but this could also mean like protecting your emotions. You know, that's why you have the King of Swords and the Page of Swords. You know, you're watching out for yourself to make sure that you stay in the Sun energy where you're feeling happy and excited, you know. Because again, we have the 3 of Swords, right? So this is like, it is in the back of your mind, and if you're not dealing with it right now, it's gonna come up eventually. It's like them, you know, they were more excited about stuff, but then it comes and boom, it's there, you know. So maybe right now you're trying to be cheerful and be logical, but there's no way, you know, like when you really feel something, even if you try to distract yourself, there is at some point you're gonna feel it, you know. So I have the feeling that you might be in a little denial. I could be wrong. This is a general reading. Again, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But, you know, this is what I feel like. I don't feel like this is future pain coming up. I think this is this pain resurfacing for you to deal with it, you know, so you can definitely move on. Or learn the lesson, you know, integrate the lesson. Don't run from it. You know, ask the universe, what do I need to learn? How can I better take advantage of this situation? You know, how can I move on faster? And then for the connection, these are amazing cards, you guys. Do you see? We have the 2 of Cups, the Empress, the 4 of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Page of Wands. So, given that this is the connection, your connection, I don't see a way that you guys are not going to be together, because with the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands, this is like, soulmates, marriage, happiness, partnership, staying together, sticking together, stability, a soul connection. This can mean twin flames. Sorry, twin flames. So maybe you've been separated for a while. Maybe if you're like twin flames in separation, this can mean that he's getting ready to travel for you. This could mean this. He's ready to take the leap and to go for it. I don't know. I'm getting the feeling now that maybe you haven't seen each other for a while and they have to give something up so they can be with you. Maybe they're not, this is not for you, but this could be some other situation that they have to get out of. Maybe if this is a third party situation, you were like together and then something happened and then you like got married to other people, or they got married to someone else and now they're having to get rid of this and to end this marriage or this relationship so they can move forward with you, and this means letting this go so they can come and be with you. Because with the Empress card, this is the card of like abundance and fertility and just things going right, just pure connection to nature and to life. And maybe this is how he sees you, as this amazing woman who's so strong and so beautiful and so powerful. Maybe they look at you and they're mesmerized by you, and they see you as like the mother of their children, so, or if this doesn't represent you, this represents the connection, that this is a very fertile connection where you can come together and just like excel and have happiness. We pull the rune of hope and happiness, right? So I see that as well. And then with the Queen of Swords and the Page of Wands, I get the feeling that there's going to be strategy involved in order to start this, project. But since it's coming after these cards, I feel like there's something that you guys might work together on. It could be like an artistic endeavor. It could be like your spiritual gifts. Again, I said that you could be spiritual leaders, because with the Wands, we tend to read it as like passion and creativity. But I also see it as spiritual gifts. And this it seems to me like a very spiritual connection. So you could be coming together, and especially if you're twin flames, because twin flames definitely when they come together, it's for like a bigger purpose than just being together and in love. So you could come back into each other's lives so that you could fulfill like your soul's purpose, and about it, and you're going to be so strong together that you're going to say, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, definitely. That's what I see. There's no way you guys aren't going to be together. I don't see that. And I get the feeling that he's going to make the move. He's going to make the move, but you're feeling protective. You're worried. You're going to hurt again. And you're worried that you're going to be in this third party situation. But they're making changes, definitely. And it's fast moving changes, And Now I feel like they're coming back for you, you know? So it might be advisable. Well, it's okay, you guys, if you want to like stand your ground. You're a very strong person. You know what to allow and what not to allow, right? You stand in your power. So let's see. Now, let's see what advice the universe has for you. Okay, in regards to this connection to you, yourself, your connection with yourself. It says, and this came up in reading 1, 2. Learning never exhausts the mind by Leonardo da Vinci. I always get the feeling that this is about the lesson, you know? So, like, it's like the faster you integrate the lesson, the faster it moves on. It's like the phases in the video game. Like you're playing Mario Bros, and before you can get to the next castle, you have to finish this castle. You have to defeat this monster. So, just go ahead and, fight it. Figure out what it is that you need to learn and do this learning. It's accessible to you. Ask your guides, ask yourself, ask your subconscious mind, and just say, what do I need to learn here? And here we have you loved you today? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you, doing things that make you feel good? How is your self-talk, Are you being negative? Are you being anxious? Are you letting worry get the best of you? Are you sleeping well and exercising and like eating? How are your eating habits? Stuff like that, like stretch, go for a walk, talk to a friend, get some coffee, drink water, eat your fruits and your vegetables. Love yourself, and remember that you're lovable. Okay, I feel like getting one more. One more advice for group number 2. I'm going to get 2. It says, I have chosen to be happy because it is good for my health, by Voltaire. And then eventually everything connects. So again, it's the thing of surrendering, letting it go, just trusting the universe, learn the lesson, love yourself, choose happiness. I see that you're already doing it. It's a confirmation that you're on the right path. And keep in mind that eventually everything connects. Maybe it's not making sense right now, but at some point it will, definitely. And now let's get a message from their higher self to you, a love message. What do they want to tell you? What does group choose higher self, person's higher self want to tell them? Okay, this is in Portuguese, and it says, a paixão percorre por todo o meu sangue. This means that passion, it's like passion runs through my veins. Passion is all over my blood. There's a lot of passionate. They're very passionate about you. Definitely. They're we see the wands in some places here, in the spread, and they're passionate. Let's get another one. It says here, I have nothing to say, only silence will speak for me. So maybe they're being quiet right now, but they're thinking about you. And here it says, I haven't learned to say goodbye. I don't know if I'll get used to it. Yeah. So, you know, they're definitely thinking about you. They have a lot of passion for you, but right now they're not in the moment to communicate. They're probably working out these things, learning these lessons, so they can get ready to be back and meet you and be together. Yeah, guys, this is what I have for you. You have amazing cards. This is definitely a strong connection, and I would really appreciate it if you told me what's going on and in the future what happens. And I hope this brought you clarity and it helped you and it resonated. If it did, if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave your comment in the comment section below. And if you'd like a private reading, we offer private readings online via Skype, FaceTime, whatever. We would like to do it like one-on-one so we can talk. And our email is in the description box below. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure being here with you. Bye-bye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your reading. If you picked this crystal, we're going to find out now more about your connection with this person you're thinking of and with whom you are in no contact with. Okay. As I mentioned in the first 2 readings, I'm not following a specific order. I'm just doing this more intuitively so we can figure out what's really going on. Okay. So first, this jumped out, and this is the 6 of Cups, and the 6 of Cups is the card that talks about reconciliation actually, and it's the card of soul love, a soul connection, and innocent love. It's like very pure type of love. And it is the kind of reconciliation. So I don't know, this is kind of setting the tone for this reading. In the other 2 groups, we didn't have a card jump out like that. And this is let's see what else we're going to find out about this, okay? All right, so first, I want to know what, was happening in the recent past. Maybe what caused you guys to separate, or some more recent developments, okay, in the connection in the past, okay, leading up to this point. Okay, so let's see. Alrighty, we have the 3 of Swords, and then the 2 of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. So this shows me that this was definitely a strong bond between you guys. You see yourselves as equals, and there is a lot of love there. And there is this want to make it work and to be together and to be able to give and receive, But there's also pain, heart, something happened, and maybe this was the end, right? Something happened that was very painful. You guys walked away, right, from the connection. It could be this. This Queen of Swords could be representing you moving away from the connection, but in a more logical way, like rationalizing things and trying to, like follow more your mind, your thoughts, and, what you think is right than actually your heart. You might have done that in the past, and then you were like, didn't work out so well, so let me move on. Also, with the Two of Cups here in the middle, I'm getting the feeling that this could be like there was a split, something very painful happened, but somewhere along the way, you guys had a reconnection. You could have been broken up for years, and, you know, and then you reconnected, and there was this moment. And I get this that this is more like spiritual than physical, in a way. I don't know, this could be different for whoever's watching. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But all right, so this could mean like a real meeting where you guys met up in person and you were able to look into each other's eyes. But if you weren't, maybe there was some like online messages exchanged, something like this. It could have been quicker, but definitely whatever it was created like, I'm looking at this, the snakes here. I see these as like the Kundalini snakes, under the lion here. And I don't think that's their name, right? But like the snakes that we see in the Kundalini awakening. So I'm getting the feeling with this Two of Cups is that however brief this meeting was, it created a spark in both of your souls. And not only that, but it made your souls reunite. Maybe like you guys have been apart for a long time, and then when you met in even either online or anything, like this could even be like a spiritual meeting, like something that happened during meditation, some sort of visualization, or it could have been dreaming and you met, because this is totally possible. Your souls could have found a way to meet. But I'm getting the feeling that this also created a change, in you and in them. Like there was some sort of awakening here. With the lion over here with these wings, I'm getting the feeling of like fire and power. And so maybe this meeting that happened made this the way your souls just connected and merged. This is what I'm feeling. This created a reaction in the both of you in many different ways. Physically, mentally, spiritually, in regards to your lives at the moment. And I was getting another message, but and I'm also, because of the house standing here, I'm also getting the feeling that this could be something that happened in kind of like hiding, like no one knows about it. You sneaked away and had this meeting that was really profound and like just sparked a light in the both of you, and became like something that initiated change. And you could the both of you could be going through an awakening right now, because I was talking about the Kundalini awakening. So this could be happening, or maybe this happened already. You might feel it. You're here watching this video. You might feel like your senses are heightened, your perception, your connection to the universe, and maybe your spiritual gifts are becoming stronger. And if you didn't know what spiritual gifts you had, maybe you're becoming more aware of them right now. Maybe you're communicating telepathically through dreams. So this is something that I'm also seeing. And with the Queen of Swords here and the way that she's moving forward, Something else that I feel is that if this isn't the first one where I said, right, um, something happened that was very painful, but there was a strong connection, but it was destroyed, and you decided to walk away, right? Because this could be one scenario. But if you are resonating with the other one, where you guys have been broken up, but then you reconnected, now I see that the Queen of Swords could mean that because of this, changes were made, but very strategically. The Queen of Swords is someone who moves ahead very surely, and she takes no prisoners. She just does whatever she needs to do. Whenever I see her sword over here in her hand like this, I get this feeling that she's directing the way. It's kind of like this throne. For me, in my mind, this throne moves. It's like a chariot, you know and you see that it moves with the will of, with the power of her will. Like with the chariot, the guy has like kind of these lions, right? I don't really know which animals they are. They look like sphinx, right? And but here she doesn't have that, but she has an angel, and with the sword, I always think of Archangel Michael, and then here we have an angel, and I'm being called to this bird as well. So I'm guessing that there is prayer involved, and there is connection to spirit and your spirit animals and your spirit guides. I'm feeling like right now. And I think because this is kind of like a soulmate twin flame connection for sure, this is a mirror thing that's going on. So if it could be you, it could be them, but I'm getting the feeling that this is both of you. Okay, the fact is that you see what you're doing, but you don't see what they're doing, right? Because you're not speaking. So what I'm getting the feeling of is that this awakening made you realize how actually powerful and in control of your own life and reality you are. You could be working with the law of attraction. You could be working with rituals. You could be working with prayer, the spiritual world. You could be learning how to communicate more effectively with the spiritual world. One thing that we can do with angels, and I just get the feeling that they love to be of service. Oh God, I'm going through this process right now where I am having such a strong connection with angels as I've never had before. And I just have this feeling that angels, they love to help us. They're just like these very, like in this card here, like the Six of Cups, they just have this big heart, and they're like happy children and so loving, and they're like the energy that comes out of them is just like the sun, like the card of the sun and the tarot, but also like the sun that gives us, that's so warm, you know what I mean? So angels, they're around us, but they don't act unless we ask them to, and we can give them specific informations about what we want them to do. I want you to please go and protect that person, or whatever it is. So maybe you're coming to terms with that, like realizing that you can actually do that. And I don't want to say like use the spiritual realm to help you. That's not it. It's not in that way of like using something or someone, because if you've been through this awakening, it's because you are prepared to do so. And I always see this awakening as a gift, and it's only a gift that the very real, pure, and innocent receive, because with this gift comes a lot of power and also responsibility. and only really like a queen, or and even better that she's the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords, she's very fair. She's reminding me a lot of the Justice card, a very balanced, very fair. She could be very unemotional, but this is not the feeling that I get. I'm feeling that this connection inspires her or you and them, right? But here I'm talking about the Queen of Swords, but this is just the energy. So, apply it however it applies to your life. But I get that this inspires you to move forward more logically, more strategically, whereas maybe in the past you were going with the flow so much, and not really taking charge of your life and making decisions. And you're just like, what will be, will be. And so it goes, like right now, this is not what's going on. So here there is strategic planning for sure, and a connection with the spiritual realm. If you haven't been doing this, maybe your spirit has been calling on the angels to help you, but definitely be aware of that. I would, if I were you, light a candle. I don't know if you see this here, my candle is here, right? Like, light a candle and put it close to your heart before you light it, and just say gratitude, and just say thanks, and just say how grateful you are and how much of a bigger connection you want to have with them. And, and just watch it unfold, and pay attention to the spirits and insects that are coming around you. I'm also getting that, because here we have the bird and here we have the butterfly. And when you see an insect or an animal like this and it keeps coming back to your reality, what you can do is, if you don't know what it means, just Google it, okay? Like, you can Google the animal, that is, you just write like, for example, butterfly, spiritual meaning, and something is going to come up if you don't know what it means, right? But with the butterfly, here, I also got the sense of transformation, coming out of your cocoon. Maybe this Kundalini awakening is really making you change your perspective, change the way that you go about stuff, change how you expose yourself to the world, so definitely. And with the bird, I'm getting the feeling of freedom, you both wanting freedom. Maybe the situation that you guys were in before or still are is causing restrictions, and you just want to, change that. And change is definitely coming. There is change coming, and it's major, I'm hearing, and it's definitely divinely guided. And your connection, with everything, with the Three of Swords here, we could see a card that could say something else. Like, it could show that this is not going anywhere. But here we have the Two of Cups, and then we have the Six of Cups, which are cards of real, true love. Okay, we were talking here about the animals, and I felt the urge to get a card from this deck. This is a Brazilian deck of animals. These are actually, this is not a Brazilian deck, it's just that it's in Portuguese. But these are shamanic cards. I'm going to show you the book. And these are North American, from the North American culture, okay? But these are just in Portuguese. I might have to refer here to the book, okay? So I'm definitely getting the feeling that you guys are having communication with the spiritual world, and you might be supported by a spiritual animal. So I feel like getting a card for you and one for them, just to figure out like how you're feeling and acting, what's driving you really, because she's driven. So what kind of energy is driving you towards this future? Okay, let's see. These cards are a little harder to shuffle. See your energy, your animal, your spirit, your animal guides, and their animal guides. Okay, so first, your animal guides and their animal guides. Just a minute, guys. Hi, guys. Sorry, my parents were just here. So I don't know if you noticed that, but I because I paused and I started talking to them, and then when I looked back, is that I realized the two cards that came out. Oh my God, this is why I just makes me so excited. I just love doing this because like it's just a real confirmation of how alive the spiritual world actually is. Even though we don't see it, we can feel it. And this is just confirmation, because look at the cards that we got, guys. We got the butterfly and the eagle. And what do we have here? What did I tell you? I said, look, there's a butterfly and there's a bird. I didn't know that this bird was an eagle, right? It seems so small, but it could just be far off in the distance. So this is crazy. And I just love it. Okay, so this is in Portuguese, but I'm gonna get some keywords. Okay, this is a deck that I don't use very often. We have some intuitive interpretations, right? Some things that we know about the animals already. So like the butterfly symbolizes transformation, and the eagle for me, just the fact of being a hunter and seeing the bigger perspective and seeing things from from just a higher ground, really spiritual to, maybe through like meditation. So the butterfly is what drives you. Okay, this is what you're going through. And the eagle is them. So with the butterfly, yeah, it says here, right? It's the art of transformation. It's the mind and the capacity to know your mind and change it, right? Getting out of the cocoon. It's rebirth or just birth, right? Here in the book, they say that this could also not just be about you, but an idea that went through the stages, like the egg, where you just really think about it and want it. And then when you have the little worm, the decision, and then the cocoon, when you're trying to really make it happen. And then when the butterfly comes out, that it's able to share, right, this idea as something real and tangible. What they say here is that, observe and keep asking yourself and asking the butterfly what more you can do to help during this process, and they say here to use the air, your mental powers, so this energy comes with a lot of air energy. And here we have, right, the swords, and the swords are all about the air. So definitely I was getting the feeling of like meditation and seeing things from a different perspective, and the Kundalini awakening. So definitely, these gifts that we were talking about, like psychic gifts and abilities that to some seem so supernatural, but the more we forward in our progress of, being spiritual beings on this earth, the more we realize that they're just like facts. And just open yourself up to these. I would read more about the clairs, right? Clairaudience, clairvoyant, clairsentient, you very much might be an empath. There are also the CDs. I don't know how to pronounce this, which is what a lot of monks have been recorded to be able to do some abilities. So I definitely get the feeling that these, if you haven't accessed these, they are available to you for sure. you know and what they say here is that the butterfly can help you clear your mental process, helping you organize the project in which you are actually involved right now. And it helps you also find the next step in your journey, either personal or in your career. And if they say that the main message is that you're going through a very deep transformation, right? Definitely with the Kundalini awakening. There's no way, there's a lot of awareness that comes with it, and just a lot of feeling and a lot of clarity as well. There could be confusion at times when you're getting the downloads, right? But yeah, definitely look into this, like some things that you can do. I would work on chakras, but mostly, you can unblock all of them. But for you right now, the chakras that are very important are the third eye and your crown chakra for sure, so you can be more connected. Now, when it comes to the eagle, it says here that it represents the power of the Great Spirit, this direct connection with the divine, the capacity to live in the spiritual realm and still have your feet on the ground. Having a real good balance between, in your duality, in their duality. So I get it. I'm getting more that this is them, but you were mirroring each other. So this could be happening to both of you, right? So it's talking about living a spiritual life, but also an earthly life, like realizing that you are a spiritual being on this earth, right? It also talks about healing, because the feathers of the eagle have been considered the most sacred instrument of healing, and the shamans use it to clean the aura of their patients. And they're saying here that in the North American tribes, this also the eagle also symbolizes the state of grace that is obtained through hard work, through the comprehension of our existence, and the graduation of their of your beginning tests that allow you to learn how to free your own individual powers. So definitely a lot of things happen in these unlocked powers and abilities, right? It says here, if you got this card, it means that you have to believe more in your heart and gather all your forces, because the universe is giving you an opportunity to fly much higher than the mundane dimension of consciousness. So definitely hyper consciousness, right? Like I was talking with the CGs, and the ability to see from a different perspective, and just see things from because we're here, right, living our lives, and the eagle, they're able to fly over here. So it's like seeing things from the perspective of spirit, and this is like real hyper consciousness, right? Sorry. It says here that it also talks about the ability of recognizing this opportunity, that this opportunity might present itself as a spiritual test, and you have to follow your intuition, listen to your soul, and realize and observe and see what needs to change. Again, like the butterfly here, right? Transformation. They say here, with your global sight, the ego teaches that it's needed, that it's necessary to expand your personality. Um, if you want something that is beyond what you can actually see now. It also talks about learning to attack courageously without fearing the unknown, you know. And and when you do that, and when you just throw yourself onto something that could be unknown, this could be like leaving stuff behind so you can be together, right? What it says here is that you will actually be taken up, like you're going to ascend to this region where your where the feathers of your soul are supported by the eternal soft breeze, which is the breathing of the big spirit. Oh, this is so beautiful. I'm really sorry about my dogs. I have two dogs, and sometimes they get very emotional and they think like they can control the world. I don't know if you can see them actually, because now I'm using headphones, but let's see. It says here, feed your body, but even more your soul. And it says here, if the ego has flown into your cards, it was again to let you know that you have to reestablish your connection with the element of air. Air symbolizes the mental plane and your higher mind. It's important that you remember that wisdom comes to us through curiosity. And this is always related to the strength of the big spirit. If you have been walking on the darkness of illusion, the ego can illuminate you, and because it teaches you to look from a higher ground and to touch Grandpa Sun with your heart, and to love both the light and the shadows. And they say here that when you're able to realize the beauty and the usefulness, both of light and of shadows, you're going to be able to reach this type of flight to a higher dimension, like the eagle. The magic of the eagle is present, is a gift. It's a present that we give ourselves. So we can always remember the freedom that exists in heaven. The ego just wishes that you allow yourself to enjoy freedom, following your heart, and so you can find the happiness that it desires. Yeah, guys, I love this. Oh, this reading is definitely, I guess, going to be longer than the other ones because I didn't use these cards and I didn't read from the book, but I hope you are enjoying it. I definitely am. This is just another confirmation of how strong your spiritual gifts are right now. And maybe because you've been in separation, you don't know that they've awakened. Maybe you haven't spoken in so many years that you have no idea that they've actually become this super spiritual person and connected. And maybe they're trying to rationalize it, and maybe they're trying to understand this also. But, you're definitely connected, and even the most basic form of your connection is the soul connection that you guys share. Definitely. All right. Okay, I really liked this. This is just a huge confirmation that you guys are connected, going through this awakening, and you're learning about your gifts and your abilities, and you're opening yourselves up more to the spiritual realm, and whatever happened was super necessary so you can reach this point in your life, however hard it must have been. Okay, so now let's check the energies, like that in the spiritual realm, like how your souls are acting, how this connection is acting, okay, and what we can actually expect moving forward. So I'm gonna get some cards for you. For you, this came out. Some cards for them, and some cards for the connection in general. Okay, so it's not something that you're consciously doing. This is more like I see this more like of the vibration of your soul and in which direction it's going, of course, because of what you're doing, earthly, but this is not something that you're thinking about and you're strategizing. It's more like it's happening no matter what. Okay, so I'm gonna pull 5 cards for you, for them, okay, their higher self, and the connection in general, if we were to look at the chords. So this is you. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups, the Empress, the Ace of Cups, the Moon, and the Two of Wands. Now let's see them, how their spirit and their soul, how it's moving and where it's going. Oops. Okay, let's see how many cards actually came out. Oh. A little more, one more. Okay. Okay, I feel like pulling one more for you, because I thought about getting one more, but it's not gonna work. Just a second, guys, please. Hi, guys, sorry. Now, this time was my son. He was calling me. He needed to talk to me. Today is his birthday party. I actually have to finish this reading so I can get his cake done for the party. But anyway, I just felt like I should not get another card for you. It was just interrupted. So let's move on. Let's see now about your connection and how it's moving energetically. Okay. Oh, this wanted to turn. No, this was not what I wanted to turn. It was this. So, all right, the Lovers. All right, a lot of energies here, right? Let's see. So when it comes to you, you're represented by very good cards, because we have here the Queen of Cups, the Empress, the Ace of Cups, the Moon, and the Two of Wands. So definitely moving forward towards love. You're feeling good about yourself. You've done healing, or you're going through a healing process right now. This transformation process is actually making you stronger in who you are, feeling more confident about yourself, feeling really strong. I get the feeling here, because there are like 2 women here and they're each looking at different sides. It's like, I think you've found a way to heal your subconscious mind. This is what I'm feeling, of trauma. if not entirely, a lot, and you're feeling more able to offer this love and to live a life of love and abundance with someone. Whereas maybe in the past, because of whatever happened, you were feeling like this couldn't happen, or you felt really closed off. And because here with the Queen of Cups, always I get the feeling that this cup is closed, Just looking at it, she values it, but it's closed. And here it's not, it's just like flowing with love and abundance and with the love from spirit, So you're actually moving forward. And with the moon here, I don't get it. I don't get that there is confusion. I get that this is an integration really of your unconscious mind, your subconscious mind, and your dark side, like your shadow self. And you have become more connected to everything and to the moon. If you haven't been working with the phases of the moon, I definitely suggest that you do. Set your intentions during new moon, and then, check what needs to go during full moon. Of course, there are some rituals that you can do, but quite possibly you've already been working with them, and you've been finding your power. For sure. And then with the Two of Wands, you're feeling pretty stable to make plans for the future right now. You're feeling good about yourself and that you can think about what's to come in a more passionate and open way. Maybe in the past, because of whatever happened, you might have felt depressed. You might have felt hopeless, but now this is not what's going on anymore. You feel ready to take on the world, and you're feeling good about it. You're either like this right now, or that's where you're going, but I get that this is the energy of your soul in this moment and in this connection, and how this is how you're moving. So you're definitely opening yourself up to possibilities. You're allowing yourself to dream about the future. Maybe, like I said before, if you work with the law of attraction, you could be taking time to write down your intentions or to visualize stuff, And you see life as just something that you can go for right now. Sorry. And when it comes to them, they're represented by the Magician, the Six of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm getting the feeling that they're also feeling very powerful. They feel this connection. They are working with the law of attraction. I don't get that it's subconscious. I get that they are aware of what they're doing, This awakening has definitely made them more aware of these mental capacities that they have, even if they're not able to express it as like a spiritual stuff. Something spiritual, maybe like they think about something and it happens, and this is making them realize that there's more to it, and they're definitely going through the process of right now of manifesting a victory, manifesting success, manifesting happiness, and this could also mean that this finding out about this magician power in them has made them feel victorious, feel stronger in who they are, feel better. But with the Four of Swords here, they've actually taken some time to retreat. This could be that the, that this was a lot. Maybe a lot of downloads, a lot of energy. This spiritual awakening might have gotten them feeling tired and having to just like integrate everything that went on. Oh, I gotta take a time now, I gotta pause a bit to just like, digest everything that went on. And directly under the Ace of Cups, I just feel like this was an abundance of everything, at once, like raining down on their heart chakra. And they were like, I gotta take a time to rest, retreat, rejuvenate, integrate, and just like be by myself. So this could mean that, if they were in a previous relationship, maybe they took some time to think about it, like in another relationship. Because here, in this card, there's this woman. I don't know if it's like a painting or if it's a window. There's a woman and a child. So I get the feeling that he could have taken a step back. This could be your relationship, but I don't get it is. I get this is something else. Could be that they were married or they are married to someone else, and maybe even this connection, like you guys meeting, talking, or whatever it was, like this could have made them feel like maybe they were thinking about you and you reached out, for example, and they felt very victorious. There was this like rush of emotion, of power, of fire, of passion, right? And that was like the what started this process of awakening. So they had to take a step back from you and from whatever was going on in their lives as well. So I'm getting the feeling that if you did reconnect in the recent past, that they might have ghosted you, so they could take some time to think about this, especially if they are already in a connection or if they have a family, And then with the Page of Cups here, I'm getting the feeling that after this moment of retreat, and they started feeling very romantic again, and there was, like it's like their heart cracked open. Maybe for a long time they were feeling very cold and very numb, like in standby, mode, not feeling much. And then what happened was they are feeling now, I feel like my heart chakra, so I feel like this is what they're feeling. They're feeling all this love, and they are feeling very romantic, and they're feeling maybe a little impulsive, poetic, in love, and they see the possibility definitely with this. When I see this fish coming out of the cup, it's like it's more, it's more than you could expect. So they see that there is a real possibility there, and they're just mesmerized by it. So I guess that right now they're taking some time to just like feel the connection in their heart space, even if they're not reaching out, but they're definitely thinking about it, feeling it, having romantic thoughts, definitely. And then with the Seven of Pentacles, I'm getting the feeling that they're feeling, I heard restless, bored. They've accomplished so much. I get that they're hard workers, and as magicians, they can make anything just like grow. So they're looking at everything that they've built, but it's like it's not so exciting because it doesn't have you, you know. And with the Queen of Pentacles here, this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that, they see you as this stable figure, as someone with whom they want to share everything, and they wish that you were holding their pentacle, you know, and then it would grow into an empire. Right now, they're just like lowly workers, here his boots are different colors, maybe feeling a little distracted, feeling let me move this. I think you cannot see it. I just realized this now. I'm sorry. Have a look to the camera. All right. So I'm getting the sense that for them to feel complete and to feel like everything that they've built has meant something, and for it to become an empire and like a kingdom or something like that, and for it to just like upgrade status, they need you. So it's like they have this throne for you, and they just want to shower you with everything that they can and make you feel pretty, make you feel loved, make you feel abundant. They want to take care of you. I definitely get that energy of protection, and of wanting you there. They definitely want you there. Okay, now with the connection, we have, it's very interesting because we have the Lovers and the Devil side by side. And then we have the Nine of Cups, the Tower, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Definitely, we had already established that this is a very strong connection. Again, this is confirmation of a strong bond, and something that is guided, something that is protected, something that the angels are definitely watching over. Again, the angels, communicate to angels, ask them for help. They're definitely taking care of you. This is like Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, and this is what kind of, I get like feeling it brings to your soul, like of being free and to be open and honest and loving, So the spiritual connection is very strong. Definitely, you could be soulmates or twin flames. Yeah, and now with the Devil card right by it, what I feel, and again, it's like this is a 6 and this is a 15, which is a 6. And 6 talk about reconciliation, and here we have a 6. Just want to point that out. We have another 6 here. Yeah. Anyways, the Devil card. At first, I had this feeling that this could be this other connection. That if this is, if they are in a connection right now, if they have someone in their lives, they're possibly with the eagle vision. They can see the difference between between both connections. So they can make a move, and maybe this is because you mirror each other. This is you two figuring out what is unhealthy in your life. It's like when by contrast we're able to see things more clearly. So it's like I get the feeling that you are in a situation right now where you're seeing both sides of everything very clearly because of how um, you know, you just have this heightened awareness of everything that's going on. So you're able to see clearly like what fits your life and what doesn't. You know, it doesn't have to be just relationships, but this could also be like patterns, routines, habits, anything that doesn't serve you anymore. With this awakening, it's definitely becoming clearer and clearer to you what belongs in your life and what doesn't belong in your life. And because I don't get the feeling that this devil card represents anything in your relationship. This is not the feeling that I'm getting, you know. But if it is, this could represent some obsessive behavior that you could have towards each other. You might have this tendency to, go a little over your head and just think about this so much and worry. And this, if this is the case, beware of it, so you don't send that energy out into the world. Just don't suffocate the connection, because it's definitely moving. And then with the Nine of Cups, it's the card of the wish come true, right? And and so definitely this is what you both want, it's made you feel more hopeful for the future. And it's made you feel like you can have the 10 cups. I've come this far. I've done so much. I've gone through so much. And I can see clearly now. I'm in touch with my feelings. And maybe it's also coming because we have the Tower card right next to it. It's coming to the realization that the 9 cups aren't enough. It's been good. This guy has his arms crossed, he's happy. It's like here, it's like, yeah, I'm satisfied, but it's not exactly everything that I want. And then this Tower moment comes where everything that wasn't serving you is just goes tumbling down, and this lightning strikes, and everything that wasn't a stable, solid, foundation just crumbles. And, so this could mean like the end of a relationship, or, just getting rid of everything that doesn't serve you. This could be, we were talking about the change, right? The butterfly, the transformation. So definitely the card is the Tower card. For me, it's, I also get the feeling of like, with the birds that we see, that the mama bird like watches over their child just falling, and it's how they said with the eagle and the car in the book, right? That when you allow yourself to take that plunge and you are courageous enough, you're gonna find out you're actually supported by the universe, right? So this Tower moment comes so that it can clear out old energy and negative energy. Definitely getting rid of everything that the devil represents. There was a big shakeup, or there will be a big shakeup of stuff, definitely. And after this, what this will do is with the Two of Swords, you're going to reach that point of clarity, of being very stable, and just knowing exactly what you want. This is, for me, it's taking a time to go inward and getting ready for battle and to move forward, you know. Um, this could represent that either you or they know that, you know, in order to move forward, a lot of things have to go, you know, and the swords represent just like getting rid of stuff, just cutting things off out of your life. So yeah, you know, this could show that they see that this will have to be done, or they're just feeling, also I'm getting the feeling that they've realized that they are supported and everything's gonna go well. Maybe the swords are not like going into battle as much as feeling confident in yourselves about what's to come next, even if you don't know what's gonna happen next, you know, like you don't know. Maybe a lot of things changed in your life recently, and you're unclear about where it's taking you, but you're doing it anyway because you're feeling divinely guided. So you're taking the necessary steps and measures, but you're not so sure of like about where it's taking you, right? But you're definitely either going to be rewarded or you already are being rewarded by the universe for all this hard work that you've done and you have been through, you know, and for everything that you've been through, and for how you've stood your ground, and for how you've, um, you know, you just went through a lot, both of you, and separately and together. And now the universe is getting ready to give you this pinnacle, which is like, you see, it's like a hand that comes out of the clouds with this pinnacle, and then there's this way over here, right, into like a new life, a new land, like the land of milk and honey and stability, something valuable, something tangible. Maybe you guys have never been in a real connection, you know, like in a real relationship. And the universe is definitely giving you that in the future, you know. So after everything, there will be an offer of something new, of a new beginning, of something stable, you know. And here I was saying, right, with the Queen of Pentacles, they want you to hold their pentacle. So this could mean that I'm getting the feeling that they're the ones who are going to make the move, you know. Definitely, because there are no cards of movement here with you. And with them, we have the Magician, which is not like actually moving, but making things happen. And the the Six of Wands, he's on a horse. And then the Page of Cups, he is like the messenger, right? So there could be a message coming in soon of love, news, possibilities. Maybe he's coming forward and letting you know how he feels or how they feel, no matter the sex, you know. So now I feel called to get another card. That was before I actually didn't. So let's see, after the Two of Wands here for you, what's gonna happen? Okay, the Temperance card. Yeah, really just waiting for it. You could be working on your rituals, working on, you know, visualizing whatever you want to happen. But you're gonna stand strong in your connection to spirit and to yourself, You're definitely listening to your intuition. Your third eye is definitely guiding you through your physical reality. And you know that you can wait. And you don't need to feel anxious or anything. You know, you can just stay there and wait for him to come to you, or them, or her, whatever sex it is, you know. Yeah, guys, this is a beautiful reading. There's definitely a lot of love and a lot of energy and a lot of transformation going on right here, right now. You know, I want to get a rune. I actually want to get a rune for each one of you. So let's get a rune for you. Your energy. Okay, this looks like the Harry Potter scar. Okay, now for them, your person. P. And for the connection. Okay, let's see. Because for the runes, as I mentioned, I like to check. But this is giving me vibes. I'm not sure if this is what it means, right? Because I have to look. But this is giving me vibes of like lightning strike. And then here in the tower, we have this lightning striking, right? So you might have been the one who initiated this tower moment. You might have been like lightning striking in their lives, you know. So this rune, let's see, it means so willow, it means the sun, success, goals achieved, honor, the life force, health. A time when power will be available to you for positive changes in your life, victory, health, and success. Contact between the higher self and the unconscious. Wholeness, power, elemental force, sword of flame, cleansing fire. I love this. Cleansing fire. This to me is like the tower, you know, the cleansing fire. Definitely the lightning striking. Also, life force, right? Time and power will be available to you. Let's see the other website here. The energy of the sun. This rune stands for wholeness. So for that which our body needs. It embodies the impulse for self-knowledge. As a great power rune, Sowelu shows that the life force can be available for you, and then there is a time to recharge and regenerate again. Here again, a warning of being too cocky. Meditate on Christ's words. I can do nothing of myself. From our own strength, we cannot do anything. So again, I think this just shows that you have a super spiritual connection. This awakening has given you more powers. You're standing strong in who you are, and you're like this force of nature. You know, definitely a witch, whatever it means to you, you know. Definitely. Keywords here are... No, this is the wrong one. Success and solace. Okay, now let's see their rune. Their rune, you see, it's like this P, right? This rune means joy, ecstasy, and joy in light. This rune is the fruit-bearing branch. Time of travail is gone, and to some extent you have found yourself. The necessary change is now behind, and you're free to receive its blessing, either material or emotional, or an increased well-being. Wonjo is a rune of restoration, of a harmonious combination of limiting the ego with the higher self. Properly seen, everything is a test. Consciously in the present, honest to the others, and with confidence in your way, you should know that you cannot fail. Great. Let me see the other website. Joy, comfort, pleasure, fellowship, harmony, prosperity, ecstasy, glory, spiritual reward, but also the possibility of going over the top. If restraints, the meaning is general success and recognition of worth. Yeah, so definitely spiritual reward, ecstasy, glory, right? Feeling victorious, feeling happy, feeling knowing that they've received this spiritual reward, but here going over the top, so this could have made them feel very tired, you know. Talking about the necessary changes now behind, and you're free to receive its blessing, right? So definitely knowing that now they can start fresh. Whatever happened has stayed back, and they're feeling ready to start a new life. And they're definitely manifesting this new life. The key words here are, again, joy and ecstasy. Now, the last rune, the rune for the connection, is this one that looks like an arrow up. Can you see? Yeah. So this rune, let's see what it means. Victory, honor, Tyr or Tewas, warrior energy, the god Tu. I don't know this god, but this could be relevant. You could look it up. This is the rune of the spiritual warrior. His fight is always the limiting ego. His will is strengthened by the act, but the warrior outcome, and he always knows that he cannot do anything but hinder himself because of his will of heaven will prevail. These are his marks. This rune also contains the energy of the distinction. Patience is the virtue of this rune. You are asked to look inwardly, to dive down to the foundation of your life. If you dedicate your questions to a certain case, an idea, a certain way, the warrior rune recommends perseverance, even if sometimes endurance is required in the form of patience. What are your priorities? How do you use your energy? The rune Tewas stands for courage and devotion. And the other one says, Tyr, the sky god, honor, justice, leadership, and authority, analysis, rationality, knowing where one's true strengths lie, willingness to self-sacrifice, victory and success in any competition or in legal matters. When I read here about the limiting ego, this could be that too. The devil here, got this feeling that the devil could represent your limiting ego, maybe something that was holding you back, but this is crumbling down. This is coming to an end. And it talks here about justice, right? Talks about victory and success in any competition or legal matter. If this is in somehow like a divorce or something like that, it's all gonna work out well. You shouldn't worry about this. Willingness to self-sacrifice. So it's like I'm gonna do whatever it takes, even if it's painful, because the tower moments definitely are. They don't have to be all so intense, but actually they are, right? And in here they say that you cannot do anything but hinder yourself when you try to go against the plans of the divine, because actually, like I said, this is a very spiritual, divinely guided connection. So it's like, you know, that even if you don't know where you're going, you're not much in control, you know. So you're doing whatever needs to be done. You are going with the self-sacrifice, um, because you know that there's no point in controlling this or where this goes. You know, definitely. So this is what's happening right now. And I've spoken for so long already. I hope you guys aren't tired and you are enjoying this reading. Okay, because I definitely am. I think it's a beautiful reading. What I want to do right now is I want to check what's happening in the future. Okay, here we check like the spiritual connections. Oh, this turned around, and I want to know, like, in the physical world, you know, what's actually happening and going to happen. So these are amazing cards that came out, you guys. Let me see here, because we have the Ace of Wands, which is like this new passion, a spark, like the lightning, right? And then this made you realize that you had to end the cycle. You outgrew your old life and you're ready to cross the threshold and start a new phase in your life. And this could be, again, like ending karmic relationships. You know, it's like, to me, it's like all the debts have been paid. If you had some karma, some stuff that needed to be balanced out, it has been, you know, and you're definitely moving forward into a very bright future. You know, with a lot of love, a lot of happiness, a lot of fulfillment, a lot of like emotional stability. It's just happiness. Happiness, happiness, happiness. You're moving from that, you know, the two kids that were here with the Six of Cups, and you're actually growing into like adults with a very stable relationship that is very loving and generous and kind and very beautiful. Definitely. I think there's not much I can ask, you know. What I'm going to get is, I want to get a message from their higher self to you. Okay, these are some love notes that I wrote. Some are in Portuguese, some are in English. But if they're in Portuguese, I'll translate, okay? So let's see what their higher self wants you to know, what kind of message they want to give you. I want to see this one. Yeah, this is a Brazilian country song, and it says, I'll read in Portuguese. Pois sei, vou encontrar no fundo dos meus sonhos o meu grande amor. So what this person is saying is, I know I will find deep down in my dreams my big love, my sweet love, the one, you know. So they've been dreaming about you, definitely taking some time either to dream, just like, I mean, not taking some time, but they could be dreaming of you like when they go to sleep. But this also is giving me vibes of like the magician, like visualizing you guys and just thinking about it, like when they're awake, you know, and they catch themselves thinking about you and wanting you. And then it says here, se lembre que eu há muito tempo te amo, te amo, te amo. It's beautiful. So it means, remember that I've loved you for so long. I love you, I love you, I love you. You know, definitely strong connection that I don't know how long you guys have been separated, but this could be, I don't know, many, many years, even longer than 10 years, but they've loved you, even if they haven't shown you how much love they have for you, you know. Definitely a beautiful connection and a beautiful, pure love. They have passion for you, it's undeniable. But they see you. It's not just like, oh, I want to have sex with them or something like that. That's not it at all. You know, they see you as the love of their life, the person they want to marry, who they want to grow up old with, you know. And you've definitely done things to show them through the years that you care about them, you know, even if they're like a little hesitant and maybe something happened in the past that made you both feel very hurt. They acknowledge now, you know, this connection. So let's see now with these other little cards, some messages from the universe to you. Okay, what you should be aware of and what you should be doing. Okay, let's see. Eventually, everything connects. Mother Gaia calls me the gentle gardener. Yeah, I was getting this feeling of you being a witch and working with nature. So definitely, if you have some plants, if you like to take care of animals, if you care about, you know, living beings and not just like human beings, Mother Gaia is supporting you. She calls you the gentle gardener, you know, and she is giving back to you what you've given to her, you know, and she appreciates the work you've put in, you know, as to loving this planet. And eventually everything connects. It's like maybe nothing was making a lot of sense, but this is saying it will. Have patience. And learning never exhausts the mind, by Leonardo da Vinci. You know, so have patience, watch it unfold, take care of yourself, keep on working with Mother Nature, you know, and planting your seeds, because everything eventually will connect and you will understand more and better about, you know, what was going on in this connection. Yeah, guys, I think that's it. You know, I feel like getting one of these cards. These little cards, sometimes they give us an indication of time, of place, you know, so we can have an idea of how long this might take, you know, because they're asking you to have patience. So for how long? When can you expect some developments when it comes to this connection? April and August. I don't know if these months are in winter. I don't know if these months are, and this is Oh, and this fell off. Mato. Mato means like, like Mother Gaia, being nature. Maybe that's something you both like, or maybe this is something you should do, or maybe this is something that they're trying to do, or maybe this is something that connects you, or maybe you could be meeting somewhere where there's a lot of nature, like a waterfall or a beach, or just like the woods or the mountains. Then we have April, August, and winter. Here, I'm from Brazil, so our winter is actually like July, August, right? For us, if you're in the southern hemisphere, this could be that. Something might have happened in April, or it could be happening in April, or this could be a development, like, it's moving forward steadily next year, I guess, right? I'm making this video right now. It's December 2019, but this is a timeless reading. So, just take it as resonates. But if you're watching this right now, moving forward to 2020, I see a steady development. If you're like in the northern hemisphere, this could mean that, 2020 will be a year of definitely reconciliation and reconnection between you guys. Okay, and also there are 3 Leonardos here. So you could be involved with a Leo, could be their sign, or this could be their name, like Leonard or Leonardo. There's also a Leandro here, but this is more like a Brazilian name, right? But yeah, that's it, guys. I'm excited for you. Want to know more? I would love it if you guys could come back here and tell me in the future, what's going on, what happened, and how this turned out, and how it eventually connected for you, and also what's going on. I love hearing about what's going on in your lives, and I hope this resonated. Remember to focus on your mental abilities, expansion of consciousness. Definitely look for a Kundalini awakening, and I would look into CGs. The spelling is SIDDHIS. Yeah, these are some psychic abilities, some abilities that people have energetically with their bodies, and I'm feeling like you have it. All right, guys, thank you so much. I hope this was fun for you. And please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel, okay? And share in the comments below how you felt and how this resonated. If it didn't resonate, there are other 2 options. If none of them resonated, maybe this message wasn't for you. We offer private readings. Our email is in the description box below. And I wish you all love and light, and that everything works out just perfectly. Thank you. Bye-bye.